third full year as president?
I just started my third year this July 1st.
You just also were named the Executive of the Year for the state, right?
Yes, I was very surprised by that honor, but it was a wonderful honor from the South Carolina Association of Technical College Commissioners. They voted this past session that I was the CEO of the year for the state technical college system.
Well, what's new coming up this year? Let's start there. What's new coming up at Tri-County Technical College this year?
Okay. So we've got a lot of great things going on as it relates to the workforce. A couple of things to feature. One is, of course, the governor, who was up at our Anderson campus just this past month, announced that he was providing access to some funding, gear funding, governor's allocation of funds, and that is providing free tuition, books, fees for a variety of programs that are short-term workforce training programs. So we're able to offer that to our community at no cost. It is just a great thing, and we've learned that he is providing additional funding to make that program possible to continue on at least for another year.
What kind of programs are those?
So these are programs that provide direct entry into the workforce in advanced manufacturing, healthcare, and information technology. So programs like operator training, computer numerical controls operator training, South Carolina manufacturing certification, CNA or certified nursing assistant, pharmacy technician, programs such as that.
And obviously there's a high demand in those areas.
Correct. They're high demand and family sustaining wage programs. So these programs really are focused on local workforce needs that help families move from where they are to a better life.
Any other new programs starting this year?
Yes, we are starting up our new criminal justice program. That program starts this August. It is a police academy certificate program. So it was developed in collaboration with the Criminal Justice Academy from the state of South Carolina. Tri-County was one of the leaders in creating this certificate program, Dr. McFarland and his staff and our criminal justice technology program. So this is a one-semester certificate. It prepares individuals for entry directly into the Criminal Justice Academy, and after they complete that, directly into the workforce. And the great thing is we've been able to partner with areas like Anderson County Sheriff, City of Clemson, and they are going to provide individuals into this program, and they can send students back to Tri-County to earn the associate's degree. So it's laddered for continued or lifelong learning.
And y'all have a cooperative effort with Anderson University, right?
We do.
To do for law enforcement.
We do. So those individuals can continue on after the associate's degree and get their bachelor's degree and even their master's degree. So the sky is the limit for students.
Anything else new that people might not know about?
We have a number of apprenticeship programs that have spun up in our area, and we're looking for partners there. Youth apprenticeship programs are beginning as well. We've got a number of great youth apprenticeship programs, for example, with Arthrex. Youth apprenticeships are a collaboration with our local school districts and our career centers, and business or industry in our area and Tri-County. So in this way, we're creating a workforce pipeline or a youth workforce pipeline that is really sustainable. So for example, the one with Arthrex is with our computer numerical controls program. So our school districts are providing students through the career centers. So they're finishing up their high school career. They're enrolled at Tri-County in the CNC operations program in the first certificate, and they're working at the location at Arthrex. So they're learning workplace skills while they're in school. They'll be able to finish up that youth apprenticeship program, and we actually have one of those students who has moved on directly now into an adult apprenticeship program, and she is about to graduate with her 2-year associate's degree, and then it will become a full-time member of the Arthrex staff. So great opportunities there. I believe she's 19 years old and working on buying a house.
And this apprenticeship thing is sort of a national trend. People are moving towards this apprenticeship idea, right?
It is, and it's something that we continue to grow at Tri-County, both adult apprenticeships and youth apprenticeships. So we're in a regional consortium for youth apprenticeships across the upstate, and we're working to identify even more partners in manufacturing and healthcare, as well as IT. Those are high growth, high demand, high wage jobs, and we want to make sure that youth have clear, structured pathways from high school into post-secondary education in partnership with the workforce. So there's no chance for those individuals to get lost along the way.
And you mentioned Arthrex. One of the chief components of recruiting Arthrex here was cooperative efforts with Tri-County Tech and the programs y'all provide there. How is that partnership going?
So that partnership continues to grow. We actually just had a tour with our board at Arthrex just 2 weeks ago now, looking at the effects of that growth. So Arthrex continues to grow, and we're a critical partner in their workforce development process. We built a workforce training center almost diagonally across the street from Arthrex, where a lot of their training occurs. We've got equipment that matches their equipment so that our programs are aligned with what their needs are, located in that facility as well. So that partnership continues to grow as they begin to add different types of jobs.
And these kind of targeted partnerships seem to be really baked into the future of education and technical education, correct?
Correct. I really do see that as the future of technical education. Structured, very clear partnerships that are focused on collaborative efforts between community partners or school districts. The industry, and Tri-County really is the hub of that. I see Tri-County as a solutions provider or a solutions accelerator for workforce development opportunities throughout our area.
And what programs do your graduates, are they most in demand? What are the most in-demand graduates coming out right now?
So right now, in-demand areas are, of course, multi-skill technician programs. Those are mechatronics, industrial electronics technology, CNC, HVAC. We can't turn out enough. We have a large enrollment in those programs, and in combination of our multi-skill technician programs, we continue to focus on their growth with technical career pathways with our school districts and our career centers. We're actually adding a HVAC pathway with one of our career centers where they don't have a HVAC program. So we're going to help operate a brand new HVAC pathway.
No, sometimes I'm going to ask you, how do y'all partner with the local career centers in terms of helping kids that can maybe save some time and begin to earn credits early and those kind of things?
Absolutely. Most people think of dual enrollment, they think of general education for individuals that are going to go to Clemson or Anderson University or someplace as that. And we do offer that opportunity. But as of late, we've offered dual enrollment opportunities into our technical programs. And we branded those technical career pathways. So they are clear pathways between the career centers and Tri-County, and they're often matched up with a local workforce provider as well. So we've got technical career pathways in mechatronics, we've got them in industrial electronics, HVAC, CNC. We're developing new ones that start this fall in information technology, and we've got a couple more that are in development as well. And all of those are matched with the programs at the career centers. So we're able to help the career centers get more completers, and we're able to get those students at least a year off of a 2-year degree, so that literally by 19 years old, they've got their 2-year degree, they're able to finish that at no cost to them, and they've got direct entry into the workforce. We've got so many opportunities to remove the cost barrier for our students. We know that cost is just one barrier, and we've done a lot of work as of late with local and state government to make sure that cost is not a barrier, particularly for our students and their families that are most in need. The great thing that we've also been able to do is add more wraparound services for students, in particular adults that are trying to return or switch the type of work that they're doing. So new grants that provide childcare. So we're able to provide childcare to up to 100 of our students at little to no cost. We work to find providers for them, so that they're able to locate a provider, go to school, go to school at no cost, and complete. Those are the types of things we're doing to make sure that college can fit into their complex lives.
Will students coming on campus notice any new construction, renovations, anything coming in this year?
So one of the things that we were able to accomplish in COVID is we were able to do an enormous amount of refresh to our classrooms and our labs. We've opened up 2 brand new science labs. We have, during the pandemic, we have been able to refresh almost all of our lecture rooms throughout the campus. We've updated them with brand new technology, completely refreshed. We refreshed all of the technology at our community campuses, at the Anderson campus as well. So students are going to have just a great experience as they return back to campus.
And will there be opportunities for vaccines or anything? Are you going to provide that, or testing or vaccines, as we are looking at an uncertain time right now?
Absolutely. One of the things that we started at the beginning of COVID that we'll continue to do is on-campus, on-site testing, nearby testing with a partnership from DeHay. Where DeHay is actually set up in one of our parking lots 3 days a week, and the community as well as our students and employees can use them. And we have a partnership with Clemson University and Remedy, who is their third-party provider of testing that provides on-site testing this fall for students and employees. We have opportunities as well for individuals to be tested in a variety of local agencies as well. So testing isn't an issue. And then also vaccines. We partnered with a number of individuals to be able to offer monthly vaccine clinics on campus. We've got great response from the community as well as employees, and more students are getting vaccinated.
Are there any goals or strategic objectives you and the board have put forth going through this year, what y'all hope to get accomplished this year? Because you're returning after a very messy year.
Yeah, so we are actually talking about that soon in a retreat, formulating some final goals. But I have named 3 priorities that we're really focusing on for this fall. Priority number 1 is maintaining a safe and healthy working and learning environment. If we don't have a safe and healthy working and learning environment, people aren't going to want to return. So we have doubled down on a variety of things that I just mentioned: of testing, vaccine clinics, incentivizing those. Our cleaning and sanitizing protocols remain in place. We've continued to do increased air exchanges, wiping down surfaces, all of the things that you need to do to make sure that you've got a safe and healthy working and learning environment. That's priority number 1. Priority number 2 is taking things that we have learned about how students and employees use technology. We're continuing to infuse technology into our student services as well as our classes. So things like supplemental instruction, where students were able to access it at a higher rate because it was offered virtually. We're going to continue to do that. So I've talked to students, student government, our National Student Leadership Society group, and I've asked them what worked for you, what didn't work for you, and we've used that information to infuse more technology into the way we deliver. While still giving that great personal experience. And then priority number 3 is strengthening enrollment efforts. That I'm happy to say that as we just finished this summer, we were up in enrollment compared to last year and the previous year. And we're tracking to be at a great place this fall as well. So those are the 3 areas that we're really focused on in the near side. And then we'll focus on some of the more emergent things that we need to pay close attention to with the board in our upcoming retreat. I think that this fall, right now, is the best time to start your educational journey at Tri-County. If not now, when? And I say that because we've got an enormous number of opportunities to reduce the cost barrier. We've got students that may not have ever been able to attend, whether they be dual enrollment students or adults that are trying to transition from one type of job sector to a new type of job sector that may be more sustainable for them and their families. And the great thing about Tri-County is if you've just got an idea or maybe even aren't sure of what to do, we're here to help you figure that out. You don't have to have it all figured out. So at each one of our community campuses, as well as our Pendleton campus, we have advisors that immediately help you with success coaching and enrollment counseling to help you to figure out what your opportunities are. If you need to quickly transition into the workforce, we've got corporate and community education programming that allows you to complete program in as little as 6 weeks and maybe up to 14 weeks, and you're able to directly enter into the workforce and impact your life. And if it's a traditional age student, you have the opportunity to enter now and use our stack certificate model to move in and out of Tri-County and in and out of the workforce over time. But all of those come with them an additional amount of funds that are available this year in particular to make it possible to attend college. So I can say with almost complete certainty that virtually every student that comes to Tri-County this fall should be able to do so at little to no cost out of pocket with all of the funds that are available.